with that in mind, let me ask you this. The last 10 years or so, the United States has been a divided place politically, of course. And to your earlier point, no matter what side of the aisle you might metaphorically sit on, people want to feel safe. They want to feel like they belong. But we can take that into overdrive. We'll sacrifice being safe for this feeling of belonging on one side of an argument or the other. How do values, clearly defined, written values, how do they help all of us in these divisive times? When blame is rampant, when deflection is normal, when we can call reporters names when they ask us a question instead of being a leader. How do values help set the rest of us apart?
Well, I guess it comes down to what are those values? I mean, that's what it comes down to. And, I'm not smart enough, nor will I try to walk down the road of why certain people who act certain ways do it when they do it. You can't change anybody. They have to decide to change themselves. What I do know, Mark, is most leaders probably don't get up every day and put up their left hand and say, I want to be Alec today. But they're not aware of how their behavior impacts those they have to lead. Now, there probably are some leaders who get up and say, I am going to be an Alec leader. They don't know that they're calling it Alec, but that's who they are. So again, I can't change the world, but what we can do in our own little circle is building organizations with cultures where when those people go home and sit around the dinner table, their kids aren't looking at their parents and saying, there is no way I want to do that because I don't want to come home angry and upset like you. No way.
Absolutely.
It's a bit like that story, Chris. I think you know it. A guy's walking along the beach and he picks up a starfish and he throws it into the ocean, right? And he throws another one and someone comes up to him and says, what are you doing? You're saving the star. I said, I'm saving the starfish. He said, how can you save the starfish? There's thousands of them. It doesn't matter. And he picks up a starfish and he throws it into the water. He said, it matters to that one.
Well, one at a time. Exactly.
One at a time. So, let's do this one at a time.
Well, and what I hope people take from this is that a massive change can happen. It can be done. And the simplicity of it is, why don't we get values that define what respect and validation look like in day-to-day relationships in a business? And you've described very well the actual profitability benefits. And I was a nonprofit exec for 15 years, and we still had to make profits to be able to sustain the programs we were running, et cetera. So profits are not a bad thing, no matter what business you're in. But when senior leaders don't understand the impact that they have, they can be pretty dastardly with the environment that they create. And I want to take you to Any Dumbass Can Do It. You talk a lot about your own dumbassery, which cracked me up. But I think, is that the vulnerability that leaders need? And by the way, I've got to show this little QR code up on the top right. This will take you to Amazon, to Any Dumbass Can Do It. So it may be only visible on my screen, Gary, sorry, but it is QR code there for Any Dumbass Can Do It. But is it part of maybe the secret is that leaders can't be stupid anymore about their impact? They've got to be willing to ask, and they have to be willing to learn.